It only takes a cinder for a phoenix to rise.
Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 2 of our Malekith the Old World and SFO Grimmhammer campaign. In today's episode we have our backs against the wall here as Malekith came on over to face us, and his army is even more dangerous than I was expecting. He's got a lot of tier 1 plague bearers and demonettes. Basically I say tier 1 because they're not exalted, and several marauders, nurglings, pink horrors, lots of speedy boys. 4-man team of beasts and nurgles. That is how they split them into 4 here on SFO because they weren't scary enough in the normal. They've even got a hell cannon, which I think is going to by itself completely turn this battle around. I think without this hell cannon we can just sit back and cackle at them as they get torn to shreds by our dark shards. But since we don't have any artillery ourselves, and CA thinks it's funny to have Malekith only be given pretty meh Cold One chariots, we'll do what we can to hold them back. I think the best course of action is going to be to hide in one of these sets of trees and wait for a lot of them to come over to us, and then spring the ambush only when it's too late for the hell cannon to do anything about it. But otherwise, I think we're in for a really, really scary battle. Let's get to it. Okay, so it's definitely going to be Operation Hide in the Woods because when they have artillery, they always hide and wait for the reinforcements, and our Druk here fast, but they're not quite fast enough to cross the map that quickly. So let's go ahead and throw a couple of them in the woods here, plan being to hide and let no one know where we're at. Some crossbows behind them, 3 more behind that group. If they're spotted, they are certainly doomed, but if not, we have a pretty good chance. No more spears in behind with the Black Guard behind them. Everyone's hiding pretty well for now, but this many guys in the same spot's always spooky. Let's have the swordsman facing outwards. It doesn't really matter. And then we'll have our handbows. We'll do one of them with the squad, and then I'd say 2 others somewhere else. Hide them in this portion of the woods. That would be just the best. There we go. Now, no one knows where our army is. The AI absolutely knows, but they will pretend like they don't for at least a little bit. Hide you in the woods fully, and then we'll have Malekith be the one that's exposed. We'll have him kind of out in the middle so it's not obvious exactly which set of trees they're hiding in. I'm going to try to have these chariots harass his war shrine. Yo, wait, this is spooky. Alright. Heroes, missile troops, let's get it going. Malekith, I'm just going to move to about this position here. Come on, chariots, you got to move way faster than you're currently capable of. 70 speed is just not very good. You to wheel a very heavy chariot being drawn by only 2 cold ones. We can up this to 4, we can probably get up to maybe 90 speed. Zooming across the battlefield. Units we need to focus immediately are either going to be cavalry or artillery.
Glorious destruction.
We'll see what the quality of each is on their first year. There's just a couple, I think it's called the Reaper Bolt Thrower for the Dark Elves. But the Reaper Bolt Thrower then is going to be very useful.
Slaughter them!
Mostly as an anti-infantry tool. Spread shot is pretty devastating. Take their lives.
Suffering for all.
Look where it gets here in 46 seconds. Yeah, we would have no chance of closing the gap. That would just put us at a disadvantage.
The joy onwards to murder. Advance.
Well, up to the top of the hill here. Looks like they might send their warlord after us to be a nuisance. Keep loosing crossbows until we're forced to leave.
The enemy is charging.
I can see it. You guys need to turn around and leave. Big lumbering Harumbes after you.
Advancing!
You guys got it.
Rookie, forward!
Keep launching the bolts at the War Shrine, nothing else. Ignore the reinforcements that are bound to come on in towards you.
Carnage awaits!
Here comes the charge.
Murder awaits!
Just avoid. Easy solution.
Rookie, forward! Onwards
Keep
to
dumping those bolts
murder!
on the War Shrine. How much health does it have left? 1900. How much are we doing per shot? Really not that much. It looks like a lot more than it is. One more volley. See that the enemy Hell Cannon has arrived. How much damage can we do to you? Or you manage to actually make it into combat. Come on, bring that War Shrine down. Soul Rain's blasting some Druki or some Dawi Zar apart. I don't think we're getting enough damage. We might be able to scare it off. Just with Malekith's ability to lower everyone's leadership. Go for another orbital strike. I say we stay kind of over here and keep threatening the War Shrine if we can. Making it flee is the same as killing it. Alright, now let's fall back. We're too close to that nitro. Or too slow. Here comes some Hell Cannon shots. Let's do our best to evade. Or get smacked immediately with one. Guys, don't get in each other's way, otherwise these spawn of Zinks are gonna catch you. Everyone's gonna have a bad time. Do our best to kind of have a loopy way across here. This Hell Cannon is a nightmare. Now pull back last moment. It didn't work at all. Why don't you stop being mean? Run, Druki, run! There you go. Made it away from that one, although these spawn are hauling. Try to come up and around these woods here, although they are going to learn the location of our crossbows very, very soon.
Dread spears! On to slaughter! Dealers in
A
death!
layer of dread spears. Keep falling back. Really wish we had some summons. Though now luckily they're way far back here.
My blade hungers. Murder awaits.
We can be aggressive. Alright, get ready, handbows. It is about to be your time.
On to slaughter.
You guys actually just rotate around. Let's try to bring the enemy army away from where ours are stationed. Love to see this War Shrine wavering already. Yes, indeed, Be'lakor, come fight Malekith. It's very safe, I promise. Keep them in the back. Bring these handbows out. Every single other crossbow.
We are ready!
Get him. Get him, get him, get him. Malekith, run. Malekith, run. Spears, you go get involved, and Malekith, you've got to go. Let the spears fight Be'lakor and the crossbows do their work. Malekith, you just need to leave. Look how much damage Be'lakor can do. And we'll send him back around to kind of poke him in the back. Handbows, you get involved as well. Everyone that can go after Be'lakor, do it. Oh, except for Malekith. Good grief. Oh, don't get caught. Don't get caught. Run. Okay, well, we're going to have to sacrifice 2 units of spearmen to hopefully maybe deal with Be'lakor. What a nightmare. Chuck a fireball on him.
Pull back!
You don't have time. Run. Be'lakor is he's a terror, isn't he? We've got him broken, but it was a lot of damage he dealt. There we go. He's gone. Now we can rotate and deal with what else we have over here. You go straight after this hell cannon. Nothing else matters. Spearmen are back. Now we throw down.
The merciless host. Onwards to murder.
Although that was fairly nightmarish for a moment there.
Now, the merciless host.
Merciless host.
Merciless host. Advance, Druki.
Crossbows will move up and get ready to throw down with all these demons. Oh, I don't care that they use their ammunition. They're gonna get this hell cannon. Alright, looks like these poison hounds know we've got lads in the woods over here, so let's start moving them over with our blackguard.
Onwards to murder. Merciless warriors. Dealers.
Crossbows are actually able to fire on
Moving out.
enemies here.
Forward. Advancing. On to slaughter.
Spears all move in.
Blood will flow.
Start chucking fireballs at those beasts of Nurgle. Eliminate the hell cannon.
Dread spears.
These dread spears move all the way up to the front. Malekith, you advance ever so slightly. Firebotching some pretty good damage with those beasts. Slow everyone up front here down. You fall back as to not get blasted by fire. You aren't wearing that much armor.
Corsair handbows. Advance.
All the Corsair handbows back.
Forward. Battle ready.
Behind the line. Demonettes of Slanesh, hello there. Run. Fly, you fools. We'll give them the explosion just in case they really need to flee.
Druki.
And Bo and Druki fall back a little bit further there.
Destruction awaits.
Actually go out to the Marauders. Everyone else is going to have actually a pretty tough time dealing damage to. And all of our Dark Shards need to focus down these beasts.
Glorious destruction.
We're fighting with Malekith. Don't want to see that at all. Let's go Soul Rain right here. Lash of Cain on all of these demons. Sky Cauldron on Pink Horrors. Little Icy Chill on these Marauders with great weapons. Much damage to them as we can. Malekith, you stay back a little ways. We need you quite badly. All back here. Lash of Cain to drop down. Warriors are fleeing. That I don't like to see. Who needs some help? Lash of Cain this. Oh, what's our Chop them down.
End them.
Slay those Nurglings. Malekith, you move here and crush these Chaos Warriors.
Dark shards.
Dump some shots in on these Chaos Warriors at the sides here.
Cold-blooded killers. Die, weaklings.
Die, weaklings.
Corsair handbows.
Move these Corsair handbows around. Got a little bit of Pink Horror fire coming down. Don't like that so much.
Cold-blooded killers.
Marauders are slaughtering our handbows. Okay, let's move wide here and just start throwing fireballs at the Lord in the back. Malekith, you come after the Pink Horrors. In fact, where is that Lord? Joy of Fireball, Hexus.
Dark elves. Bleak swords.
Move the handbows up so they can keep us covered.
Destruction. Druki, forward.
Handbows move forward. There we go, they're actually slicing through on this side here. Need that murderous prowess pretty badly.
I lust for slaughter.
Keep chopping them up there, Malekith.
For the king. To destruction.
Need some of these guys to come on back. Handbows keep moving in behind.
To murder.
It's covered.
Malekith.
More icy spells through here.
The merciless host.
Move these handbows up as well. Fireball at the Lord. Where's he hiding? Malekith, let's go ahead and fall back. Here comes some Chaos Warriors.
Corsair handbows. Eager for battle.
Oh, that's not good. Where are my Blackguard?
Blackguards.
Pull them out to defend against the chariots.
Forward!
That quite badly. How many of our crossbows are in melee?
Suffering for all!
Don't like to see it.
At once!
Misery for all!
Really would not get them back again. They just keep getting caught by the demonettes. Should have paid attention. That would have helped us out a little bit, probably. Cauldron there. Malekith's taking a little bit more damage than I would have wanted. So you guys charge into melee. Break them. My left arm is actually gone. Gone numb. I've been working all day here. And my desk is not necessarily positioned the most. All of the excuses. That's why we're losing. It's the desk, see?
Murder awaits!
We're not doing too bad. You guys keep falling back.
Advance!
Keep Malekith protected.
Looking forward!
Everybody, heal. Lou, you guys charge those marauders down. Keep giving them the old chop. Go for an exhausting explosion there, and Malekith, you can come up and duel with the enemy Chaos Lord.
Advancing!
He looks broken to me.
Nagarothi. To destruction. Bloody
I'm gonna have the crossbow guys set up here. Spearmen get ready for those Zinchian spawn. All back. Blackguard, you go ahead and get ready to throw down with them. You can go after those Chaos Warhounds that are left.
Die, weakling.
Blackguard can get those halberds to work. Chopping through that warp flesh. Seeing of the dark shards over the top. Beautiful. Alright, all we had to do was sacrifice most of our dread spears.
Advancing!
Fear me!
There's the victory. Malekith and company are going to do what we can to run down the rest of
All powerful!
Melikor's forces here, and I'll catch you all in a moment. As we tear apart the Shadow Legion, my itty-bitty small cat Mochi's destroying a white mouse across the room. Exactly. Subjugate the dark, or the Warriors of Chaos. Victory scrambled my brain a bit. I did not expect us to keep the Hell Cannon suppressed as long as we did. In Witch King's authority. That's gonna be the call. Anytime we are missing artillery, just keep our troops hidden. Don't let them know where they're at. With hail and betrayal, a sharp-tongued troubadour is touring your lands, reminding his audiences of how El Shinar succeeded in Arian to become the second Phoenix Lord, denying the Witch King his birthright. Their subjects' hatred is whetted anew, their fury towards the Aesir reawakened in earnest. Faction-wide, your warriors now have improved leadership and melee attack when fighting against the High Elves. So fantastic. An extra leadership and melee attack against the High Elves for 10 turns. Got the Arbor of Midnight quest issued as well, so we need to win just one battle against the High Elves, which are pretty far to our south, but one battle is all we need. We can make it happen. Bell on the ball as well. The first damned is the last to know that his time is up once more. Cast off and cursed by the ruinous powers until they can perhaps find a use for him in a few millennia. An extra Winds of Magic. You control 5% more ability rate and 5% more weapon strength. He is one of the best lords to get that defeat trait out on, but he's also one of the most dangerous lords to keep around, so we go ahead and claim the Citadel of Lead. Thank you for clearing it out of Norskins for us.
I am the Witch King.
Who would have guessed that the tactics patented by Legend Total War himself would do well? Let's go ahead and grab some Dark Elf manners here for the growth. I wouldn't even mind building that immediately so we already have access to that growth. And then we can set out to stamping out what's left of chaos here.
I shall ensure
Malekith. Admiral Kevin will give us one extra squad of handbows. I think we'll take them. We will take them.
Lord of the
We'll
Black
also make sure we can do some upgrading here with you, Kevin. Slavehold is going to give us extra slaves per turn and a bit of income. Love to see it. Torture post for more. Recruit rank and experience gain. Like +3 and +300. 4 black art growth. And replenishment rate. This will likely go for it. Only 500. Snag it. Make sure that Kevin's boat is populating properly. Go for the Darkhold here in Nagranath. The control is not looking good at all. You might have to crack down with old violence.
Lord of Fear.
Alright, Admiral Kevin will give you a route marcher so your boat can move around
The true king.
further there. A Malekith route march, sure. And because we fought Be'lakor, we get even more. I'm thinking it's going to be probably Dreaded Slaver there. Infamous Raider's pretty great too. Post-battle casualties increased by +25%. Or just more ammunition and reload time reduction for our Dark Shards. We've got lots of good options. It's either Dark Shards, Slaver, or just his overall spell casting. Let's snag post-battle casualties since we're fighting Norskins to start. Try to snowball a little bit with our free labor. Kindle Flame will be great, but let's grab Burning Head first and then grab Kindle Flame. For the extra utility and damage. We can clear out big groups of guys instead of just single entities.
King of Nagaroth.
Perfect, let's keep building up our Witch King's authority.
Lord of the Black Tower.
How much are you having to pay an upkeep for your Black Art Corsairs? Let's give you one more set of hand bows. That way your boats are protected. And then, before we end the turn, please can we trade with the Jade Court? No. Our very low reliability rating is probably hurting things a bit. So blades need to be ready to take down some Cathayans. And turn. Right, and Ekugax is trying to give his Norscan buddies a little bit of extra time. Good enough, but we are all replenished up, so... Oh wow, he still has his Hell Cannon. Makes sense. You still having the Hell Cannon is going to make us lose the settlement garrison? Let's see. Besides the settlement garrison, we lose a couple of our bleak swords. That's no problem. We will enslave them as well.
We do not follow orders.
Oh, but you will. Or you'll be tossed in the sea.
Yes.
Malekith, no more recruiting. I'm gonna send you up here after Lost Ericsson's landing. Let's come out.
I'm going.
You need to move very quickly. I trust. Oh, we don't have an encamp stance. That's unfortunate. Why don't the Druki know how to throw up a tent? Seems like they would know better than the other elves. Raiding for slaves. Does this let us replenish? It does indeed.
Give them.
So we shall raid for slaves.
On my way.
On my way. But while we're here, can we recruit while we're raiding? No. And if we do that, we'll be punished aggressively. So let's just do some raiding.
Destruction and slaughter.
Wow, Ingrid, that's a lot of Chaos Warhounds you've got there. Be a shame if something happened to them.
King of the Druki. My cruelty knows no limits.
Yes, indeed.
Malekith, King of Nagaroth.
And then Kindle Flame. Pair that with Burning Head to absolutely eviscerate Warhounds. Alright, and Kevin.
Such slaughter awaits.
Such slaughter.
We have a deal.
Bring you a little bit closer.
Set the sails.
Oh, wait, hopefully we can use you in the fight with Lost Ericssons as well.
Anchors away.
There we go. Go once more into the Dread expansion. Give people some more
Admire
replenishment.
your darkness.
We really need to keep them alive. Such a good support unit, that is. Darkhold here at the Beast Peaks. Let's go ahead and speed up the upgraded Nagranath. Thank you, unpaid workers. Good old slave slums, extra control. Slave pins, torture posts. Just everything is lovely here at the Dark Elf Manors. Nothing bad at all. Wait till tier 3 to get some of the more elite. Where's our artillery teams at? Bloodrack Medusa. Ah, they're up here. In our normal barracks. Reaper bolt throwers. It is going to be a while. Okay, well we need either some Dark Riders or something else with some speed. Witch Elves are quick, but they're only elf quick. Dark Riders are 100 speed. It would be great at blending up back lines. Can't lie though, I don't necessarily want to put this in one of our main settlements, but let's do it. Build this in immediately, but that would be a little bit of a waste because Malekith's all the way across the map.
Madness fills the air.
Madness fills the air. This is a perfect area to raid. We can go after Ingvar next turn. He's more likely to retreat up to Lonely Ogben though.
Victory.
Let's go ahead and see if we can
Excuse me.
spend some more gold to try to get you on Bow side. Oh, I guess I'm losing my voice here out of nowhere. Live on camera. Trading with the Drakenhof Conclave. Alright then. Can I please just give you a gift? Listen, you on Bow. I want to be friends. I have calligraphy to practice.
On behalf of the Dragon Emperor.
It'll be the last gift we send him, because otherwise we're just putting ourselves at a disadvantage with the amount of gold we're sending his way.
Eye of
No
the
one wants to trade. I want to hop up and go grab me some water. I will be on back, see if we can't cure this strange loss of voice before we end the episode. Alright, let's hope that dark magic cured it.
All shall kneel before me.
Turns out late nights working do backfire after a while. Alright, so Malekith, back into your raiding stance.
None live.
It's been long enough that I already forgotten what we're up to. My good old memory back in action. We're gonna go ahead and zoom on in here. Actually, wouldn't mind getting a couple more units for Kevin. Problem is, right? They cost money. We give him 1 unit of Dread Spears, and we'll probably call it there for his squad. And then we'll just let our economy kind of build up a little bit more before adding any more units to Kevin. Alright, Admiral Kevin the Seafarer. He can finally stand up right on deck. It's taken you a few turns. 8 turns in and you can finally stand up without vomiting all over the place. Ooh, a Godly Wrath and Nagranath. That's not good. Gods of your enemies have directly intervened in your interests, sowing destruction across our realm. How do we confront a God's wrath? By butchering all their people. Come here, Lost Erickson. You're gonna pay for that. Let's go for the stance that gives us Vanguard deploy. Is there any downside? No. Prepare to get Druki striked right in the neck. Good grief, that's a lot of Warhounds. What is your plan?
Ever vengeful.
Guess let's find out. Here at Lost Ericsson's Landing, we have a bunch of Norskins. What do you know? Let's get to clearing it out. Alright, we'll start deployment. They've decided to go for an incredibly wide deployment zone themselves, so we're just going to set up on top of here since we've all got Vanguard. Let's go with Spears to break the initial charge of the Hound Dogs. And have one of them off to the side. Let's go the old 2 Druki crossbow. Look up a couple on the sides as well. You also want to make sure they don't get ambushed by any other hounds. There we go, we got a little bit of a corridor of doom. We'll want to pull these guys around because there's a good chance the javelins are going to try to move up and do some damage. That's a pretty good wall there. Especially with Malekith and our sorceress right behind. Let's throw in Bleak Swords to be the backup. Blackguard of Naggarond as well as backup because they are going to be boosted by...
Eager for battle.
Not boosted, they will be guarding our heroes
We are ready.
and our last set of swordsmen on the side here, because even if they do go around, it's going to be horrible, horrible time. We've got hand bows awaiting.
Corsair handbows.
Right, perfect. Heroes in check.
Okay.
Grab the chariots. I want them deploying up front here, just to try to help lure in those hound dogs. They feel very overconfident. Crossbows, everyone in guard mode except for, well, just the dark shards,
Merciless warriors.
and then just the dread spears. Blackguard are good to be on pursuit. Let's get this going. Bring it on, you goonies.
Show no mercy.
Go, no mercy. I'm just gonna have Malekith charge. Icy cold straight through here to slow him down.
Merciless warriors.
That's the end. These hounds are doomed. The Druki beat the shields aggressively.
For the king.
Use that collision damage to charge up and out of there.
Eager.
Don't have enough magic for any fun spells. Our poor chariot's getting mauled. Come on, guys. You've got creatures pulling those chariots that are so much scarier than hounds.
Malekith.
Prove it. Go ahead and sap some health from these dark shards.
Advancing.
Keep pulling back.
Merciless warriors.
They're all coming up the hill exactly like we want.
Sorcerers and grown.
It's gonna be a while before we have any more spells. Start throwing down the Sea of Flames.
Druki.
You lot fire on those javelins. Do it. Well, they did get hounds all the way around.
Dealers in death.
Hilarious. Go for the Dark Conduit.
Nagarothi.
We'll just explode them real quick.
Carnage awaits.
Deal with that
Following
nuisance. It almost worked out for him, though. You gotta give him credit.
Sorcerers and
Still
grown.
not enough for any fun spells, so we'll just keep waiting.
Dread
Your hits you go wide, hand bows get on top of the hill.
Nagarothi.
Murder does indeed await.
warriors.
Move up and break them. Lower absolutely everyone's melee attack is coming up the hill. How much magic do we need for a burning head? Oh,
Malekith.
absolute ton. So therefore, instead, we're just gonna icy freeze across the front line.
Holy swords.
Yoink.
Malekith.
Malekith fall back a little bit. Let's let the bleak swords do their thing.
Dark sorcerers. Unit.
Excellent. You guys charge up, break these javelins in the back line.
No mercy.
Moving out.
Same thing.
Following orders.
And range these javelins out. Should be very easy.
Murder awaits.
We'll just bring these hand bows wide. We'll scare off
We
the
are ready.
wolves the whole time.
Shards.
You guys blanket those poor fools in doom. Subjugating Marauder Chieftains left and right. Get back here, you. Missed and hit our Druki.
Malekith.
Malekith, that chieftain is your target. Hunt him down. Malekith just disappeared into the crowd. Oh, here he is. This chieftain wants none of it. Go ahead and steal some health from these dread spears.
Corsair
Corsair handbows fall back a bit.
Terror and death. To destruction.
Chariots come back through and break these javelins. Go for the rain of fire in here.
Dark elves.
You guys aren't moving into the flames, so that's gonna be a bad time. Fall back their bleak swords. USS Texas us sitting offshore. And cannon is there, definitely gangster leaning the Black Ark. This is just out of range.
Sorcerers and grown.
Sweet business. Well, these swords are a little bit out of formation, but it doesn't matter. Beautiful stuff. And we have lots of extra friends to ride down for work purposes. I'll catch you in a moment.
Weaklings. Blood for Cain.
Right, and another crushing defeat served to the Lost Eriklings with 76 Druki lost. I guess we used so much of our ammunition that they don't consider it a decisive win. A waste of bullets. But we're absolutely going to loot knock by all these extra workers. How perfect.
Lord of the Black Tower.
Immediately go ahead and repair Lost Ericsson's landing, gaining us some exotic animals in the process. I really don't trust. It's improving by a lot because of our war with the Lost Eriklings and the Shadow Legion and our gifts. And based on aversion, he just doesn't like us. Wouldn't know why, as Druki are very kind, gentle folk. We never raid, pillage, plunder anything. We'll go ahead and grab the extra growth here as well, which will drop enemy leadership. Dark Elf manners and noble birth will only get you so far. Strength, domination will take you all the way to the end. A healthy deal of backstabbery. To help our control, we can drop down into the fights to the death. Which, while intriguing, I'm not going to do that. We will, though, go for the growth building. Control is still really, really low. We're going to have a rebellion quite soon. Throw in the Dark Elf residences. We need to finish off this this force of Norskins quickly.
King Malekith. King of the Druki.
Alright, Malekith, we've got the Eternal Hatred now, so extra weapon strength, and then even more when fighting High Elves. Interesting. But more friends gained after battle.
Allow this.
We just pick them up and toss them in the back of our cart. We'll go ahead and grab, I think, the Burning Head. Just upgrade that. The cheaper it is to cast, the more we'll be able to roast our enemies. 40 Witch King's Authority. How much do we need to confederate up with one of the others immediately? So a lot of these other factions aren't actually in this map, so grabbing Harganeth or Hag Grafe, either one, or not Malice. Who do we want the most? I mean, honestly, Crone Hellebron will be great as a frontline fighter. We'll probably do the Crone that we subjugate first. We need 100 of the Witch King's Authority to do that. Alright then. We can make it happen. 100% chance to drop magical items. Sounds awesome, though. We go ahead and gain some more magics. It's like, no. Absolutely not. Even more Dread Spears, but I also would rather prefer not. We'll keep the nice amount of income we've got currently. Alright, now we need to grow our forces 30 new units. Wars raise the length and breadth of this land, and you need new troops to survive. Treasury and some slaves. For those troops who don't make the cut.
Very well.
Oh man, speaking of, we don't quite reach the Lonely Ogman. That is just a shame. Alright, well we get to do some more raiding. Malekith, if you will. We're gonna give them to the Druki. Even better. I'm gonna have Admiral Kevin come up and try to... Can you actually garrison in Nagranath? Okay, before we move too far, let's go full speed. Garrison in Nagranath to try to help out the control here. Oh, he only helps out a little bit. Guess it's better than 0. Malekith is now no longer receiving his benefits, but it'll be just fine.
Lord of the Black Court.
Well, we could continue to save our population here. We need 4 of it to go for the upgraded, the Black Ark. What's a small Black Ark? They only desire fury and violence. And we also desire a slave hold. I think we can. Or just a nice bit of experience gain per turn. Problem is he's not near Malekith. Does gain us a nice bit of slave income. So let's grab this, and he and Malekith will travel together for as long as we can here. Chances are we're going to be fighting against an order race very soon, because it looks like it's going to be us or them. So we need to finish off the Norskins and then turn, because it's going to be us versus two factions, which grief. Two very scary factions.
A vile corruption is spreading.
More turns for one extra Dark Tower. Probably not a bad call. Let's grab, though, the Manors immediately. Pull that extra point into growth. And then, yeah, we'll upgrade the... Or we will ignore the upgrade to AUKUS in exchange for Nagranath. End the turn. No one stabbed us in the back yet, which is a very good sign. Ah, the suffering. The sweet, sweet suffering. Extra growth after winning battles. Now we've also got the Savage Blow, so many conflicts are won or lost on the strength of the first vicious charge. Men are sent flying in pieces. And it increases everyone's charge bonus by 20. Which is devastating for some units like the Beastmen. Let's go Druki Strike.
Slaughter them.
And we won't even need to really get involved. Let's encircle.
Merciless host. Attack.
And then bring our Black Archon over.
Lord of Fear.
That way we get the extra post-battle loot.
Plotting a course.
We have to go quite a ways.
The ocean awaits.
Here, Malekith. There we go.
Day.
And now we smush them.
Come with my deeds of death.
Mere Stalkers. Spicy new unit that we didn't have to worry about. And more Witch King's Authority and the Dark Star Cloak. Which, if you told your friends about it, they would definitely call you lame. We will loot and occupy, making friends absolutely everywhere we go. Malekith now has a cold one, so we can move around and be a threat everywhere. Lost Eriklings have been destroyed, and now it is definitely going to be us versus Krokar. I hope we're ready. He's going to turn around and probably punch Lost Ericsson's landing. One more turn and we can definitely afford it. Let's go ahead and see about upgrading the Citadel of Lead too, up to a Darkhold. Got the workers, quote unquote, and then Slave Gate so we can keep the place defended. I think we're going to be playing defense a lot here. Let's chuck in the Slave Gate. Don't quite have the workforce to get that built up this turn, which is a little bit sad.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Scoot you closer to Krokgar a little.
Sails.
We can't quite reach Lost Ericsson's Landing, which is sad. We'll go back into Dread Expansion.
Your darkness.
I admire your darkness.
Of these dark deeds.
Everything's dark. And dark. Inspiring Presence. Green. Do like the extra Woods of Magic reserve capacity, but that's not giving us any more to start. That's just our overall reserve, I think. Let's go for it. See if we get 80 extra. So what are we currently sitting at? 50. We have 8 additional to start. That will be very worth it.
Lord of Nagaroth.
Draft Master for recruit rank. Elven Healing and Quartermaster would be great. Let's start working on his magic or just his troopers. Good troopers. Chief Master for extra bolt caster.
Chosen.
That's exactly what those guys are.
I am the Witch
Dark Shards. They're great. Who would have guessed? For our next technology, I'm thinking a continuous slave supply is in fact the goal. And then I'm thinking we need to go ahead and start grabbing Driven by Vengeance to get a little bit of an edge on our mainline infantry. Here we skip. We go for the commandment that gives us more movement range. And we end the turn.
Possession of the Circlet of Iron.
Well, hello there,
is
old man.
key in gaining
I
control.
would advise you keep your mouth silent. So that's going to give us the option for the Circlet of Iron. We've got the Great Vortex is in flux. He who strikes fast enough might harness its immeasurable energies and wrest the power of chaos from the gods themselves. Is this the final battle? I guess it's not, but it kind of sounds like it is. This is an opportunity the Witch King cannot refuse. After brutally coaxing the secrets of safe passage through the vortex from Kane's death hags, Malekith's journey is far north, the altar of ultimate darkness, or to Albion. Now, this shrine of pure chaos can imbue his ancient circlet of iron with enough might to subjugate even the ruinous powers. The dark gods have foreseen his outrageous intent. The circlet of iron is going to give us a nice little buff to our magic item, drop chance, armor, corruption reduction, and then the good old power of darkness. We just get a passive increase to our power recharge and a drop to miscast chance as long as we've got allies, or it's for allies only. Powers up our spellcasters. Oh, just 4 units. We want some artillery and probably some bigger units before we take on the Circlet of Iron quest. We have also been issued a Hero Becomes a Legend, 750 and 100 slaves. Seems fairly good. Let's go ahead and take Nagranath on up to tier 3. Capitano Sissoko is being a threat. Rank 24 already is pretty impressive.
We shall not rest.
Let's go into March stance here. While I am worried about Krotgar, I saw his army and it's mostly skinks. And skinks will die in droves to our swordsmen. Move Malekith here to Lost Ericsson's. We're just going to ping pong back towards our main settlements. Need to come on out of Lost Ericsson's. There's Krotgar there, and we're in March. Don't like this at all. Still in range of Kevin, which we're going to need to be. Let's keep saving up our gold for another turn here. Citadel of Lead, we can get Dark Elf residences. Why is the Artisan's House losing so much income? Minus 20%, is it because of chaos corruption? No, is it just overall control? Oh yeah. Income from province buildings minus 20%. That's nasty. Let's see, do what we can to get control in order. None of our current buildings can do so. Well, we'll need to crack down on this populace through violence, probably. We'll grab the Dark Elf Manors to reduce everyone's leadership a little bit more and spend some of our extra labor to do so. Got no slaves currently, so no real debuffs going down to them. We're also not making as much gold as we normally could. Yoy. Here comes some Saurus from this group. Let's tell Krotgar he's not welcome. And see how long it takes for everyone to declare war on us around here. Please say you're fighting someone else. I truly can't believe you're actively trading with Drakenhof. I also can't believe we're still sitting at very low reliability. We betrayed evil. New mission has been sent our way, and it says they've ignored our trespassing warning, but I don't think they did at all. It says that every time. 8. Current total, 3. We'll gain a bit of gold, Talisman of Preservation, and a Shield of Grond, which just drops everyone's damage in the nearby area. 40 meters is huge. Especially for a debuff like that. Now, where did Krotgar go? He just fled back to Bleakbore. We'll see. How many friends do you have there, Krotgar? Looks like just about none. They like trespasses against Nagaron because they're rude. They don't like treaties with the Lost Eriklings, which is very good. We should let this deteriorate a little bit more, and then we can declare war on Krotgar. Time to build up the economy. Actually, would love to see some rebellions over here, so let's switch the Highborn hostages over to pretty much anything else. Increased slave production quota drops our slaves per turn by 50. We don't have the best of options here. Let's just snag the reading of Dark Portents. I'm going to try to force a rebellion, and then we can have Malekith stamp it out.
King of Nagaroth. Bow. Worms.
Come back to the Citadel of Lead.
King of the Tricky. My cruelty knows no limits.
Back into this area. Crossroads will allow us to respond to lots of things going on. That 30% extra movement next turn should hopefully allow us to move back to Lost Ericsson's. That's a definite hopefully, though. Might want to switch this one as well. Just so we don't have to worry about the rebellion yet. So we'll just real quick stop collecting income from here. And then in Malekith's army, do we want crossbow riders? They actually have some pretty decent charge bonus. Oh, never mind, they're terrible in a fight. You don't want them unless you grab some normal dark riders. Need some speedy units ready to throw down. Alright.
Cease your provocations.
Cease your provocations. Kevin, you come a little bit closer to...
No. An absurd.
Excuse me.
Sail, damn you.
It's a very quick change in personality. But here we're able to cover almost all of our settlements with the bombardments. Drop into Dread Expansion, and then once we stamp out whatever rebellion... Oh, never mind. Malekith is fixing the control here. That's not what we want. We need rebellions. Back to collecting income from here. We're not going to switch it at all. We're reading Dark Portents because we need to stamp down some rebellions. Let's give it one more in turn, and then that'll be all the time I've got for today. A little bit of an extra long episode. I meant to do the first one an hour, but things slipped. We've got an imminent rebellion at the Play of Battles. Hopefully that kicks up at the Citadel of Lead, but it is random, and usually it doesn't where we want it to. Capture many provinces. We've got 2 out of 3. Give us kind of the base. 750 treasury and 100 slaves. Sweet, Malekith has himself some cavalry now, even if it's a small amount. Let's come on in and get rid of one of our units of Black Ark Corsair handbows. No, we need them. We need Dread Spears. And we'll stay here for just a single turn and grab another unit of... Yo, wait, we can't. That's annoying. We can get Harpies. I don't want Harpies, though. I want the Dark Riders. So we will wait. Unless we can grab any gold out of our neighbors. Anyone, any wars we're able to jump in on?
On the hunt!
He's actually fighting with the Drakenhof Conclave, which means he is going to be making enemies with the Jade Court. I don't know why our reliability is not increasing yet. We haven't stabbed anyone in the back.
Keeper of Wushing.
Being very nice.
Speak.
We can't do the recruiting I'd like to. Let's just stay...
Hate this wretched place.
This wretched place. We'll switch over into the ambush stance.
Preparing an ambush.
I believe is what we'd like to do. Or we can just do some dark channeling, make sure we have some actual magics to toss at people next time we have a fight.
Murderous lord.
Alright, perfect. Save some gold. I'd like to get Malekith at least one more unit of the cavalry. But that's all the time I've got for today. I have been at Space Was a Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub god. I'll see you all in the next one.